So honestly, if you offer me any chance to rant about the ending of Game of Thrones, I'm gonna do it. So let's just talk about what Peter Dinklage has to say. Like, let's go. So Peter Dinklage, the actor, talented actor, extremely talented actor, who plays Tyrion in Game of Thrones, and he's obviously, that's not the only thing that he has done, obviously, but you know, for the purposes of this video, he plays Tyrion in Game of Thrones, or played Tyrion in Game of Thrones. He's been really like popping off, like he's been really getting in these interviews and talking about the ending of Game of Thrones and like being really defensive and shit. And to me, I'm just like, I don't understand what, like, what's the purpose of doing that? Like, y'all already made y'all millions of dollars. Like, if the fans were disappointed, let the fans be disappointed. Like, let the fans be disappointed. You already made your millions of dollars. Like, you're in Marvel. Like, you're getting your coin. You're getting your coin. I don't understand, like, why a lot of people feel the need to just, I don't know. But he went up there, and there were a lot of things that he said, but I just want to focus on a few. Like, let's focus on some good things that he had to say first, because he was talking about House of the Dragon, and he said, I think the trick is not to recreate Thrones, like Game of Thrones. If you try to recreate it, that feels like a money grab. With a lot of sequels, the reason for them is that the first one made a lot of money, which is why they are not as strong. But I am excited to watch House of the Dragon simply as a viewer, not knowing what will happen next. So I thought that was cute. I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Or at least a lot of it makes sense, because in the world of industry and in the world of entertainment, in the world of just like, girl, I understand that she's saying, oh, it's, you know, don't just do it for it to be a money grab. And like, I would say that a good 65% of the reason why HBO is doing this House of the Dragon shit is because it's going to be an undeniable money grab. Especially if they, I mean, they got George R. R. Martin behind the shit. They got, like, I think it's going to be good. Personally, I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be amazing. But to say, I don't know if that really came off the way that he thought it was going to, because bitch, HBO ain't doing nothing, they ain't gonna get no money from that shit. It's just, it is what it is what it is. But I think that because this new series that's coming up is not attached to Dumb and Dumber, Dan and Dave, Ditzy and Dunce, you know what I mean? And we have people who are real fans of the books, really doing the show, and George R. R. Martin behind the show. Like, I just don't, and the story's already written. I really think House of the Dragon is going to be that girl. Like, I've said this 10,000 times. But Peter Dinklage went on, okay? And he said, speaking about Daenerys and her turn to the dark side, and, you know what I mean, just preposterous fucking writing. But I guess he obviously does not think that it's preposterous writing. But speaking on the whole Daenerys thing, this is what he said. People were just mad because nobody wanted it to be over. I know a lot of people were supposedly surprised by the ending, but if you paid attention, the clues were there. We told you not to name your dog Khaleesi. And then it was another interview that he went on and talk about, oh, bitches just mad because they didn't see the ending that they wanted, or whatever. And it's just like, now y'all about to get me start ranting again. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it again. And I'm just gonna say that what he's saying does not make any sense. Like, what y'all saying don't make no sense, okay? We don't even have to talk about Daenerys. Let's talk about, and we're going to though, because she's the mother of fucking dragons, the breaker of chains. She is very much so Khaleesi, the queen of the Andals and the fucking first men, bitch. Like, don't play that! Oh my God, y'all got me so mad. Y'all got me so mad. But we don't have to talk about her. We're going to though. We can talk about Bran. We could talk about how Tyrion was a fucking prisoner at the time, at the fucking dragon pit. Literally a prisoner, choosing the fucking next king of the 7 fucking kingdoms. And Bran was the king of the next 7 kingdoms. He was the motherfucking, what's the name of that book? The three-eyed fucking raven, bitch. He saw everything. And his whole purpose as the three-eyed raven was to sit on a fucking throne of swords, melted swords. Did a three-eyed raven who could see past, present, future type shit? That's all he wanted was to fucking throw. Like, you're not gonna play. That's the first thing. The second thing is, bitch, even Hempstead Wright, the actor for fucking Bran, said he thought that shit when he seen the script. He thought that shit was a joke. He thought that shit was a joke. He said, I genuinely thought it was a joke script that Dan and Dave sent to everyone, like a script with their own character ends up on the Iron Throne. He was like, yeah, good one, guys. Oh shit, it's actually real? Yeah, that bullshit was real. Yeah. Yeah, that bullshit was real. You can't look at the fans. I'm gonna say it every time somebody says the shit because it doesn't make no sense to me. You can't look at the fans and say, oh my god, y'all are just unhappy because y'all just didn't get the outcome that y'all wanted. It's like, what are you talking about? We're fans of Game of Thrones. Like, what are you talking about? We didn't get the outcome that we wanted. Are you talking to the same people who watched Ned Stark's head get chopped off? You talking to the same people who literally watched as the Red Wedding annihilated some of their favorite characters all in one fucking day? Like, you cannot be serious. Like, the entire end of the season was an absolute disaster. Take Arya, for example. I will never get over the fact that Arya was sitting around here, literally a faceless fucking assassin. She not scared of shit after. I mean, she been blind. She been fucked over so many times. At this point, by the end of the season, she's a like full-blown assassin, bitch. And then the Hound gonna look at her. The Hound gonna look at her while all of the sky is falling, and tell her, oh, bitch, don't go up there. Don't be like me. Like what you talking? You think Arya is scared of some fucking? She literally smiled laughing when she seen the dragons. Like, you think she's scared? She knows what it is. She came to kill Cersei. I think that's what she should have fucking done, or something, bitch. Or if you're not gonna have Arya kills Cersei as Jaime with her face on, bitch, and at least have Jaime choking her ass out like the prophecy, bitch. Like, it's just, I don't understand. I don't understand. Jaime and Cersei in some fucking rubble, in some underneath some pebbles, bitch. Bran is the king. Arya came out of nowhere to fucking kill the Night King. Oh, we subverted expectations. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Oh, the clues were there. Even if y'all were gonna turn Daenerys mad, y'all should have had a whole entire season to build her, to tear her ass down. I know that Dan and Dave, like, really, I don't know if they know how to, they just don't really understand how to write women, especially if they have power. They're just like, oh my gosh, woman with power? Oh shit. Like, how the fuck do we do that shit? I understand that they have no idea how to do that shit. But it's just so annoying when people act like fans of Daenerys could not have handled seeing her as a villain, or it's just completely impossible for her to be turned into a villain. That's not what fans of Daenerys are saying. Because, bitch, as much as I hated Cersei, when she toppled the fucking Sept-Ho, I got my life. And she's a villain. I was like, bitch, now one thing about that bitch, you gonna have to put some respect on her name. You just gonna have to put some respect on her name. And that's what I'm saying. Like, as much as she was a villain, I still got my life. So y'all cannot look in my face and say, oh my gosh, y'all Daenerys fans just mad because she turned. No, we ain't mad, because bitch, if my bitch rolled out and she was giving you whole speeches in all black, and she was giving you them demon wings, you know what I mean? Like, and she was telling you hoes to bow the fuck down because I'm pissed you hoes chopped off inside their head, but maybe in season 9 or 10 or some shit like that. Bitch, I would've got my life too. That would be my fucking colonizing, you know what I mean, dictatorship queen. And that would just have to be that, you know what I mean? My mass murdering, colonizing, you know what I mean, dictator-ass queen. And there's nothing that you hoes can do except bow down and say motherfucking Valar Morghulis, bitch, because you hoes are what? Going to die? All men must die. So saying that, oh, bitch, y'all just mad, we told you not to name your dog Khaleesi, all that shit, it's like you're not going to act like I'm crazy. You're not going to act like I'm crazy for expecting decent writing and good pacing out of a show that had millions and millions of dollars in budget. Let me tell you something. All the actors on the show, iconic. The cinematography on the show, iconic. The set design, iconic. CGI, iconic. Choreography, all that shit. The battle sequences, bitch, all that shit. Iconic. Iconic. All those iconic people who did all that iconic shit on that show did not deserve that piss poor ass writing. And you're not gonna the ratings speak for themselves, no shade. And you're not gonna come up on here acting like all the fans are stupid. And the reason why I think that shit is so ridiculous, if I was George R. R. Martin or HBO, I would have called Peter like, okay, we're gonna need you to calm that shit down. Because people acting like the fans is just stupid, you're gonna turn even more people off to House of the Dragon. Like, y'all need to stop with all this bullshit. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop. Because the shit objectively, no matter who was your fave, no matter what it was just bad. What was the purpose of Jon Snow? What was the purpose of Jon Snow? Just to say yes to my queen every fucking 10 seconds, bitch? I mean, you hoes rose this nigga up from the dead just for Arya to come kill that motherfucking Night King. Like, it didn't make no sense. Like, we're not stupid. You're not stupid. So I will never, ever, ever, ever forget when Daenerys was literally riding with Drogon and Rhaegal, bitch, way above, I mean, in the clouds, bitch, way above. I mean, she was going to Dragonstone, and bitch, I don't know how you don't see. First of all, how are you fucking military commander, basically? You're a goddamn queen. You're supposed to know where your enemy's at, what they doing and shit. That's the first thing, but bitch, you're high up in the sky on a dragon, bitch, and you didn't see. You just happened to not see this whole fucking fleet of ships that came around the fucking corner like the fleet was fucking Susan Storm from Fantastic Four, bitch. Like, are you kidding me right now? And then Dan and David in the fucking behind the scenes go talk about, oh, well, you know, she just kind of forgot about the Iron Fleet. How the fuck are you in charge? How you fuck, are you gonna go take some throne or in battle and you forget about your enemy? That's what I'm saying. Like, they don't understand, Dan and David didn't understand that women can have brain cells too. Like, that's what they can have, powerful women can have brain cells too. I'll never forget what they did to Brienne. Like, Brienne is a fucking warrior, bitch. She can chop some of these all of these men head off with just one swing, bitch. Like, she was out here crying in her nightgown over Jamie, the sister screwer. Like, where was the sense at the end of, like, you're not going to look in our faces and say, we stupid, I'm sorry. And I guess this will be the last thing, because I could keep going on and on forever. But what's annoying to me, though, is how much I would have lived for an evil Daenerys. Like, as much as I didn't want her to turn, I wanted her to either, this is what I wanted. I wanted her to either die in battle or maybe sacrifice herself in some way that is like, that lets her keep her autonomy, but still fulfills the Nisa prophecy that they had going on. Something like that. Even then, I think they probably should have even had the fight for the fucking throne first, maybe. I don't know. You know, and then her character fulfills everything and becomes a legend in Westeros after she just decides, like, you know what, the throne is not worth it, bitch, we need to fight. We need to fight the others. That's all that really matters, and that will be a fulfillment of her entire arc, and just be like, bitch, as much as she fought for the throne, she gave it up for what was important. Something like that, bitch. That's what I would have wanted. But if Daenerys was supposed to go mad anywhere, she's gonna go mad anyway, I would have gotten my life from an evil ass Daenerys. But bitch, you have to do that shit right. You have to do that shit right. You have to space that shit out. You have to pace it out. You cannot just turn somebody who is locking their dragons up, killing slave masters, locking her like literally putting her dragons away because they was running around rampant. She could not even bear to deal with that shit. She hated that shit so much she locked her fucking dragons up and stunted their growth and shit. So it's like, you're not going to tell me that same woman who could have literally taken all 3 of her fucking dragons to King's Landing, that's the same day they got grown enough to do some shit, bitch, and burnt down the entire city and took the throne. The same woman who waited this entire time, you know what I mean? She's just gonna automatically, in 2 episodes, flip a fucking switch and burn the entire, like, even if you had the collateral damage be like some of the civilians that were still in the Red Keep or something like that, then I can understand. Like, even in the context of the battle, it didn't make any sense. Because, like, bitch, all she had to do, she was sitting on the fucking wall, all she had to do was fly her dragon straight up to the fucking Red Keep and just burn that shit down. Burn the Red Keep down. She did, it just, even in the sense of, like, battle strategy, it was stupid. Like, why waste all that time raising all this motherfucking shit down when your enemy, she literally said it, my enemies are in the Red Keep. Bitch, like, y'all, stop playing with me. So, anyway, that's it. I'm done. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you check out my Patreon at patreon.com/AdrianExpression. And make sure that you have a good goddamn evening.